Welcome back to the Jacksonville Buzz Making a Difference segment. I'm Steve Strum. This morning we have Boonmee Pakviset McElroy from Above and Beyond Coaching. I got it?
Yes.
So I got the Thai names. I screwed up the Scottish name. This video's over. I'm out of here. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What is Above and Beyond Coaching? What is I Hate Potatoes? And what are you here to talk about this morning?
Wow, wonderful. There's a bucket load
There's
of
a lot.
questions. Yes. But thank you for having me. My name
absolutely.
is Boonmee, and I am originally from Thailand. I am a mother of two beautiful boys, 3 years old and 4 years old. I formed my company Above and Beyond Coaching LLC to help people discover their blind spot, thing that's stopping them from becoming successful.
So I was reading a little bit about
Yes.
the book. Your career has been traveling all around the world, helping people be their best self.
Yes.
And from what I understand, the book was written, I Hate Potatoes, which is fabulous. I hate potatoes. That we are basically making me cry. So why do I hate potatoes, and why are they making me cry?
Oh my goodness. You have to read the book.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So what is this book about? With much as I can have, because I got the signed copy and I'm going to read it, but
Yep.
what is it that you are talking about in your life's journey with this book?
That's a great question. My book, I wrote this book during the pandemic because we were just faced with the uncertainty in life. And I believe that everybody has a story to tell. So my life journey is about triumph and overcoming hardship and difficulty. And regardless of who you are and where you come from, you can still rise, you can still shine.
So what are, without ruining the book,
Yeah.
what are some of the challenges that you have spoken about in your life's journey that you've had to overcome to be here today?
Oh, great question. One of my biggest difficulty is being a homeless. You know, I was a homeless as a young teenage life, and I overcome it by having faith and persevere that one day, a better day waiting for me.
Now, was that homeless in the United States or homeless
No,
in
in
Thailand?
Thailand.
So for the audience, being homeless in the United States is a much different conversation than being homeless in Thailand. For people that don't maybe understand that, what is
Absolutely.
that? What is the, so being homeless anywhere is terrible.
Right.
But what does that mean when you're homeless in a place like Thailand?
Yeah, that's a great question. I lost both of my parents at a young age, and I was technically rescued by my 6th grade teacher, and I was venture out from my hometown, get whatever job that I can, crash in somebody else's couch, and some night I also crash on the street. And I mentioned that in my book as well.
And in a place like Thailand, their social services are different.
Very
or
different.
Maybe not available in some cases.
Correct.
Whereas in the United States, if you were homeless, there are programs. I mean, there's
Right.
one right down the street here where you know,
Absolutely.
2 nights, no questions asked, and
Yeah.
we'll get you back on your feet.
Yeah.
In a place like Thailand, being homeless is totally different because you not only are in a very precarious position, but there's also the safety net is not there. The social
Absolutely.
services safety net.
Right.
So that is something that you talk about, and you went from being on the streets of probably one of the toughest streets in the world
Yeah.
to helping other people, writing a book, 2 kids, and now you're here to talk about how you're sharing your life's journey with other people.
Yes.
So what are we going to discover in this book besides the fact that you hate potatoes? Do you really hate potatoes?
I do.
You hate potatoes?
I do.
I love potatoes.
I don't like them. They're bland.
Well, that's true. Be in the South a little bit longer. They have a way to not make potatoes bland. Unfortunately, you also want to take, some, anti-acid medication with that because it will
Gotcha.
burn. And so,
Yeah.
what else are we going to discover in I Hate Potatoes?
I think what you will discover that regardless of what happened to you, and what really is stopping you is your own mindset and your faith about yourself. Having faith and belief about yourself is one of the first thing that I discover, like regardless of my circumstances. If I still believe that, hey, there's a greater day waiting for me, keep on having that faith and keep trying, keep moving forward.
I read a lot.
Yes.
And this actually reminds me of a book, one of my favorite books. It is called Man's Search for Meaning. It was written by a gentleman named Viktor Frankl.
Yes.
Viktor Frankl was a
Yep, I know him.
psychologist
Yep.
in Nazi Germany, and he wrote a book of being in the prison camps
Yes.
and the sociological damages that happened of, am I going to die or not?
Right.
And when you're talking about this, one of the big things he said was no matter how difficult your circumstances, the search for meaning never ends.
Never ends.
And even if you're literally facing homelessness in Thailand, or in his case, the gas chamber,
Absolutely.
right? That, there it is. But that there is always that hope right around the corner that no matter how dark the night,
Yes.
right? It's usually the darkest before dawn.
Yes.
And that sounds like kind of what's going on. And then you've got coaching and life coaching. So
Yep.
as we take it out, tell us a little bit about your coaching business and what is it that you do for other people?
Yeah.
Besides encourage them to not like potatoes.
So first of all,
Potatoes are okay. They're just not okay for you.
I just don't like them. And when you read the book, you will find out why.
Yes, I appreciate that.
So my full-time job is a mental counselor. I'm a therapist, licensed independent clinical social worker. Life coach has been my passion way before I moved to United States, actually. And my specific coaching is more about transforming your perspective about yourself. Very much so like what you're talking about, regardless of our circumstances and where we are in life, what really stopping us is the perspective. It's the narrative.
It is. It is the internal narrative.
Yeah, it's the narrative that you have about yourself and about your life.
I was just talking to one of my kids about that, the Japanese story of the three masks.
Yeah.
We wear three masks, right? The mask we show the world, the
Yep.
mask behind the closed doors, we show our family and intimate
Yeah.
relationships, and then the mask that we only show ourselves in the mirror.
Absolutely.
And sometimes this one is the worst critic. So I could go on forever because this is something that is it is a fascination for me with the
Yes.
psychology of life.
Yes.
And truly you are limitless based off of what you believe yourself to be. Now, granted, I don't think you can just say, hey, I'm bulletproof and stop a bullet.
Right,
There are the
right.
laws of physics.
Yes.
But within the ability for you to be whatever it is, literally being on the streets to now helping other people be their best selves is an
Yes.
amazing story. What we're going to do is we're going to hang your website on our
Yes,
links,
please.
the iwannabuzz.com.
Yeah.
So whether it's to find out more about your coaching,
Yes.
whether it's to find out about the book, and
Yes.
love to have you in again and talk about some of the neat things that you're seeing coming out of Corona. Because
Yes.
that's a big one. Everybody's in therapy, right?
Yeah.
I've got 4 teenagers. Every single person that went through coronavirus has had a unique experience.
Yeah.
And the teenagers that, my kids, they experienced 2 years of not having something that's a very important part
Yeah,
of school, the social
connection.
interaction.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so love to have you on to talk about, how you're helping not just kids, but
Right,
kids and
right.
adults get through, what is certainly a new economic environment where I
Yeah.
think the sociology of the way humans connect will be different forever.
Absolutely.
Thank
I
you
look
for
forward
joining us.
to it.
Absolutely. Guys, thanks so much for joining us on Making a Difference. If you like us, share us. And remember, live with gratitude.